Could comedian Jon Stewart be out of a job soon? He says he doesn't know. Stewart spoke out about the possibility he could be given the boot after CBS canceled Stephen Colbert's Late Show in an apparent show of support to President Trump, some are claiming. Let's watch.
You know, unfortunately, we haven't heard anything from them. They haven't called me and said, like, don't get too comfortable in that office, Stewart. You know, but let me tell you something. I've been kicked out of establishments than that. We'll land on our feet. No, I honestly don't know. I mean, I think I'd like to believe that, like, without The Daily Show, I don't know. Comedy Central is kind of like Muzak at this point.
Comedy Central, home to Stewart's Daily Show, has the same parent company as CBS. That parent company is Paramount Global. And this all comes as Paramount and Skydance Media make moves to push through an $8 billion merger, for which they need FCC approval. Earlier this month, CBS News settled a lawsuit with the Trump administration for $16 million over a 60 Minutes interview with then presidential candidate Kamala Harris.
Meanwhile, Trump reacted to the news of Colbert this past weekend, writing on Truth Social, "I absolutely love that Colbert's got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings. I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next, has even less talent than Colbert. Greg Gutfeld is better than all of them combined, including the moron on NBC who ruined the once great Tonight Show." I'm shocked that Donald Trump likes Greg Gutfeld the most of those people.
I know. What a surprise.
What a surprise. But Niall, okay.
This is going to be good. Okay.
A Colbert show loses millions of dollars, does it not? They're saying this is obviously only politics. I've found every single Democrat needs to weigh in on the Democratic political figure needs to weigh in on this for some reason. Very strange. It's a business decision and it's not profitable. And this is part of, you can divorce this entirely from the political context. Like, major network sort of productions of this nature are not making money. The future is all YouTube commentary for comedy and for politics and for everything. YouTube is the winner. YouTube is the winner, guys. What we're doing is the winner. So I don't like, this is just baffling to me that this has become some, maybe if you like TV, this is sad to you for that reason, but it's just, there's not an audience for this anymore. He was making, his salary was just obscene given how it was not profitable.
Reportedly $20 million. Whether that was true or not, that was the...
That's a lot of money.
That's almost as much as we get for co-hosting.
Yeah, that's like...
Look, I mean, I think that it's... two things can be true at once, is my view on this. It is certainly true that those late-night shows have lost quite a lot of cultural salience. Even when I first came to the US 20 years ago, David Letterman v. Jay Leno, that was a thing, and that was something that had some sort of relevance. They no longer have that kind of appeal. But I think the reason why people are so suspicious of Paramount in this respect does go back to the Kamala Harris 60 Minutes suit, the paying of the $16 million. You and I have different opinions about that interview. I don't think there was anything remotely nefarious about the editing. I think it was completely routine editing. And therefore, Trump filed this suit to extort and intimidate Paramount and CBS by extension, knowing, of course, that he had leverage because of this merger that is being sought. They should never have settled that suit on its merits. They would easily have prevailed in court. And I think that backdrop is why people are suspicious of the ending of Colbert's show, which did come only 2 or 3 days after he had said on the show that the Paramount 60 Minutes settlement amounted to a big fat bribe.
Well, I'm happy to change government policy so that the federal government, may have no say over the mergers of large companies. I am happy to make that policy change, and then we don't have to worry about this, whether some person with oversight will, in their interest, try to kill some deal because they don't like the company. We can just take that off the table.
Always a fan of removing regulation and helping corporations on their merry way.
I mean, we don't have time to discuss it more fully, but one of the reasons is I think you will introduce political considerations when you set that up. But Jon Stewart is, this is mean to say, he's just funnier to me and more engaging than Colbert is.
Well, and a bit more unpredictable as well. Like, he does take shots at Democrats quite frequently.
The only moment of Colbert's show I've watched in the last I don't know how long was when Jon Stewart was on it and talked to him about why he thought COVID did come out of a lab, which was a great moment. Next up, President Trump is suing the Wall Street Journal over their story about an alleged letter he sent to Jeffrey Epstein. You will not want to miss the discussion on this.